Hi, I'm Noah Bombard, and here's what's happening in the ET Newsroom Wednesday, March 24. Now, 3 inches of rain may not sound like a lot, but it's just enough to push us back into the flood stage. The National Weather Service has issued a flood warning for the area. Now, last week, the Shawsheen River hit 10.6 feet, which is about an inch over the record. It's predicted to hit about 7 feet by 2 a.m. Thursday. So not as bad as we're looking last week, but a lot of those low-lying areas will be affected by flooding again. Well, what are some of those areas that we're looking at? Well, last week, Willow and Myrtle Streets in Lawrence were flooded out, and we're continuing to look closely at those to see whether or not there may be some people asked to leave their homes again. And in Salem, New Hampshire, Hooker Farm and Town Farm roads are still closed after last week's flooding. So we have a number of stories up online right now that you can take a look at about flooding, about some of those areas that we're looking at, as well as some predictions of where it might hit. Now, we really stayed on top of this last week with our flooding blog. If the problem becomes that severe again, we will reinstitute that. So make sure and check online. We do update these stories throughout the day. Now, it's being dubbed as a warm-up to the real trial. You may remember former Lawrence Superintendent Wilfredo Laboy was fired recently after he was indicted by Essex County Grand Jury on 8 counts of fraud and embezzlement and a single count of illegal possession of alcohol on school property. Now, Laboy and his attorney, Scott Gleason, have gone to the school committee and requested a hearing for them to prove their case. Now, what's significant about this? Well, a lot of the evidence that Gleason and Laboy will be seeking is evidence that will appear in the trial later on. So this is our chance to kind of get an early look on exactly what evidence they have against him and to see that play out in a public forum. Now, the hearings are going to begin on April 8th with another one to be followed on the 12th and one on the 13th. Now, of course, we'll be all on top of this story as far as coverage, and when the hearings come up, we'll either have live video or live blogging, so look for more information on that coming up. Just a reminder that all these stories and a lot more can be found at Eagle-Tribune.com right now.